literally right there. And it ended. I'm still here. It's not a new day. I'm just gonna go ahead and let this little last cutscene play out, and then I'm gonna save it, and or I might continue on a little bit, and then I won't give you guys any breaks. We'll just go ahead and grind. So let's continue.
Then perhaps it's time you joined him.
The blessing of the Phoenix. It can't be. I was there when you died. Huh? Forgive me, my lord. I knew not whom I addressed. You have naught to fear from us. Founder, it really is you.
It is. So wait.
We can speak inside.
And those who wouldn't bend the knee?
We left before the Empire could make examples of us, though we didn't go far. And we banded together to form the Guardians of the Flame soon after. Alas, there is only so much a handful of aging shields can do against the might of an empire. But we've seen to it that their stay has been anything but pleasant. Of late, though, we've had our hands full just trying to keep the Duchy's few remaining bearers out of the Imperial's clutches.
The Cullings. We saw what happened in Old Hill.
Aye, the foul work of the Black Shields and their mistress.
You mean my mother? But it doesn't make sense. Even knowing what I know about her. Her hatred for bearers was no secret, but she wouldn't have been ignorant of their value to the realm.
No offense, my lord, but in case you haven't noticed, the Lady Annabella couldn't care less about the realm. She barely even cares for her own home. That much has been plain since the slaughter at Eastpool. And, since granting the Holy Emperor a new heir, her obsession with bearers only seems to have grown. As to why, I don't know. Maybe she can't bear the thought of anyone having the power to challenge her beloved son.
Her son.
Sir Wade, the Black Shields have broken camp. They march in full force for Buick Bridge.
Then so do we. Make ready. This is their main host. If we remove the head, perhaps we can prevent what happened at the docks from happening somewhere else. If I do nothing, then the blood of their next victims will be on my hands.
Yours and ours. We too have witnessed the crimes these men who dare call themselves shields have committed in my mother's name. It cannot be allowed to continue. We must put a stop to this madness.
We must. So let us go with you. For the good of Rosaria.
I was hoping you'd say that. Very well. If that is your wish, I would be honored to serve at
So
your
this
side.
guy was like his protector when he was
And
like
we
a
at
kid,
yours.
you know? And when the
So what?
original castle
do
and
our
his
duty.
father got killed.
With pleasure, my lord.
And he thought for sure that he was dead, so that's why, you know, yeah.
I imagine this endeavor will require more than just our wits.
Then let's hope Sir Wade has a good quartermaster.
You're telling me that's the Archduke's son?
In the flesh. Tell us then, Sir Wade. What is your plan?
Nothing fancy. You, Lady Jill and I make for Buett Bridge, and provoke the main host at their encampment. Sensing an opportunity to end the Guardians, the Black Shields will call for reinforcements, who will be met from the rear by parties of my brothers hidden throughout the surrounding hills. This will allow us to wage battle on the bridge without fear of being overwhelmed. While the Black Shields have an advantage in numbers, you see, they prefer to fight in small units, which we can use to our advantage.
How small exactly?
Small enough, now that I have you and Lady Jill for company. I doubt I could have done this on my own.
But until we arrived, that was your plan. You haven't changed a bit.
So Wade, the bearers from Old Hill have been laid to rest.
Very good. Now make ready for battle.
As you command.
All right, guys, it's gonna be one
Thank
for
you,
sure.
Sir
And so,
Perhaps now they will
if
find
I get
peace.
enough likes,
There
enough
is but
whatever
one
on this
thing which
video,
will grant them peace.
there's a DLC to
Putting
this,
an
guys.
end to the Black
I will get the
Shields.
DLC. I will
And so
continue.
we
Or
shall.
if you guys want to see me do something else like Pow World or something else, let me know. I'll play anything. Okay, party mode. Throughout the main scenario, Clive will often be joined by various companions who are keen to lead their assistance. However, depending on Clive's destination, they may be chosen to remain behind at the hideaway. Okay, so with that being said, I want to look at something. I want to see if I can talk to this guy.
You are welcome.
You just
to
never
what
know
little
what
we
they
have managed
got,
to
you know?
salvage.
Nothing good there. Now see, look, this is better. This is better than what I'm currently wearing. So what we're gonna do is we need.
Will that be all?
Hell yeah, we're gonna put that on. That's better than what I've got, right? Increase limit break generation amount by 3% when dealing damage.
I am sorry.
I
my
don't
lord.
have 26,000, but
Every
that's
guardian
okay.
must contribute fairly to the cause.
Now we're gonna fill up our elixirs. I have enough to buy. Actually, let's do this. Let's look at everything he has. Lionheart tonic. I'd rather fill that up.
Of course, my lord.
I'd rather fill my high potion up, which is just one,
As you wish, my lord.
and I'd rather fill my regular potion up.
Of course, my lord. Will that be all?
Now, what we're going to do is we're going to sell, right? Now, Coral Sword, 195. This here, 195. Whatever. Now, what we're going to do, though, is we're not going to worry about the swords, right? What we need to worry about, though, is we need to sell. We need to go. And what we need to worry about is this stuff, okay? So we go all the way down, right? To things like this. Bloodhide, Magic Ash. I try not to get rid of anything that's either green, definitely blue, and I have had some stuff that's purple, but it's normally used right away in crafting, right? So you're definitely going to want to keep your greens and your blues. Now, Goblin Coin, different story. That is just to trade, period. So, like, if I hit all sell all valuables, look, Gilbug Goblin Coin. That's all it pulls up. So yes. Now, how do you make more money? You make more money by selling these whites because, as I've told you before, you get really good swords in the beginning. So we're going to do like that much Magic Ash, right? Okay.
Our thanks, my lord.
Sharp Fangs, we're going to do like 100, maybe 60, like that. That's
May
good.
it serve the cause well.
Why, right? We're going to not do so many. Maybe we'll do like 25. We'll do 26.
Our thanks, my lord.
Sharp Fang, we're going to go ahead and get it down. So we'll do 17. We'll get it right to 50.
I'm sure that it will prove useful.
This one too, we're gonna get it. We're gonna go 42.
May it serve the cause
And
well.
this one too, we're gonna go 37.
Our thanks, my lord.
And this one, that's fine. We'll leave it where it's at. Now, that got us up to 25,000. Now, we already bought this. Crimson Tassel is 26,000. I'm not gonna worry about it. Now I could get the elixirs instantly restore HP. I'm not concerned with that either. I'll have to put it on somewhere. I will eventually get that myself. Let's not worry about that.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you.
But now what I really want to do is back out of here, look at the world, and I want to go to the hideout. It should let me go. Maybe it won't let me go to the hideout. Oh no, it's telling me that I have got to do whatever it's wanting me to do here. Okay.
May the blessing of the Phoenix go with you.
How long have you been pursuing the Black Shields?
Since they burned their first village, we tracked down the bastards responsible and fed their corpses to Stillwind. Suffice to say, that got their attention. It's been a game of cat and mouse ever since.
Fly, Ambrosia.
You deserve a rest.
How was the Black Shields? Come along now. We'll find another drink.
Come on.
Yeah!
That's better.
There they are. On your command, my lord.
What is it now? I told you!
We bear a message for the Vicereine. From the Guardians of the Flame.
Ha! You presume to tell us that a pair of filthy vagabonds, a woman and a dog, could guard aught against the might of the Black Shields? Then come! Die along with your flame! For Azaria!
All right, boys and girls, here we go.
Your petty revolution ends here. On these our swords we swear. Get up.
Bloody hell.
hell! Reinforcements from the far bank!
Another wyvern to fight their battles for them.
Aren't taking any chances. I can't say I'm flattered.
Yeah, boys. This what's up.
A noble stand.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
A misguided one.
Okay, you want to be a knight? You want to be a knight?
You have but proven our point. That this land is in dire need of cleansing.
To keep them occupied. We need to finish this.
You mean finish him? Let's try. Get him.
Boom! Got him. And you saw we used some potions he was starting to hurt, so we popped a stone or a better magic to help our magic a little better, to help our strength a little better, and then we did a little bit of a health one. That's it. We did well. Where are we at with XP? So we got 465 plus 180, so that's 565 plus 80. So that's six. That's still not enough. Okay.
I don't see any more.
What we're gonna need is to go hunt these bounties to get strong. You
Nor
know.
do I. The plan worked.
It did. It bloody worked. We sent every last...
Sorry guys, I just
One
like
of
to
the
keep
rotten
checking
bastards
the
straight to the mud.
broadcast just to make sure that it's still
Well,
broadcasting, because you know how it drops for me. So guys, I'm
perhaps
really
this will
sorry
be
about
enough
that.
to stop the Cullings. For the time being, at least.
Perhaps. Though I doubt my mother will take this loss well. She'll move swiftly to see her minions' ranks replenished.
And then it will all begin again. I often wonder if the nation we once knew is gone for good. Her fields rot. Her people starve. We battled to preserve the flame that was, but for every foe we fell, another springs up in its place. Yet be that as it may, it is still our home, and we must fight for it, as we always have, and always will. For as long as the Firebird's flame burns in our hearts, the Duchy cannot die. And her loyal subjects may dream of a day when the Rosarian standard flies over Rosalith once more.
So wait,
Think we should fall back to Port Isolde before the garrison sends reinforcements? A sound strategy, my lord.
So guys, since we've been streaming, we got cut off, and we streamed that last one for like an hour and 45 minutes, and this one, you know, we're just getting right here. We might go ahead and cut it off right here. This is currently episode I don't know, but it's like episode 14 or something.
Your comrades' endeavors.
Since the beginning. Lord Byron was the first person I turned to after forming the Guardians. And had I known of this tunnel back then, I wouldn't almost have been hanged by the city guard for trying to sneak over the wall.
I suppose a formal request for an audience would have appeared suspicious.
And appearances must be maintained. Were the Vice-Regency to catch wind of Lord Byron's involvement in our movement, they'd seize his estate and send him to the gallows, where he would be of no use to anyone. And so, though it sickens him to the soul, he plays the part of the loyal lord, knowing that one wrong move might prove his downfall. It is why he remains ever vigilant. Don't be surprised if he refuses you an audience, especially since you're famously dead.
Then I will have to think of a way to prove that I am neither wraith nor wrongdoer.
I might have something which could help with the latter. It's the mark of the Guardians. Display it.
I shall wear it with pride.
Be sure. If only Sir Tyler could have been here.
Thank you, Zoe. If there is ever...
I know.
How accommodating. Do you really think they believe we are who we say we are?
Not a chance. Right, I guess. My uncle believes we're imposters here to rob him. And means to string us up himself.
Imagine my surprise when I was told my nephew had come to visit. Clive Rosfield died long ago. And for uttering his name here, you shall pay with your tongue! You would mock me as well?
It is I, Sir Crandall of Camelot, loyal servant to Her Serene Holiness, Saint Sybil the Unshod. Meadow, thou vile sorcerer, for thy crimes against church and crown, I shall have thy head.
Curse thee, infectious flax wench. Even in death, must thou plague me still? Very well. I shall open the gates of hell, that thou might see thy charge once more.
Bravo, Uncle. You're still the finest Maddo in the twins.
Oh, Clive, my dear boy, it's really you. You always were fond of that scene from The Saint and the Saint.
This really is a super, super touching moment, guys. Is like pretty much his only family left that, you know, really loves him and doesn't think anything foul of him.
I have a favor to ask, Uncle Byron.
Rutherford, inform the kitchens. There'll be guests. We dine immediately.
That is, of course, besides his brother, right?
You can't very well regale me with the tale of your miraculous preservation on an empty stomach. Go on, sit. See that you use the good plates, Rutherford.
I know I said I was going to end it, but I'm sorry. I just keep getting dragged in, guys. I just keep getting dragged in more and more. And there's a DLC. There's like 2 DLCs. I don't even know. I don't even know what to do.
Did you? Since becoming Vicereine, Annabella has been a constant thorn in Rosaria's side, but these atrocities are a new low. Something has changed. Quite what, I don't know, but the woman we knew is gone, and a monster sits in her place.
A monster.
For better or worse, I've been charged with governing this town, and thus must maintain the illusion of obedience. That's all I can do to aid Wade and his merry band of revolutionaries.
So he's told us. You have risked much for Rosaria. Our nation will be forever in your debt.
It has been 20 years, Clive. The nation your father and your forefathers fought to defend is no more. Perhaps it would be otherwise had I the courage of my brother. All right, if it's a ship you require, a ship you shall have. I've a galley in port, but recently relieved of her cargo. She can be outfitted for the voyage in a matter of weeks.
So you believe us, then? About everything?
Believe you? Ha! Only a fool would believe even half of the things you claim. But until tonight, only a fool would have believed my nephew still lived. And besides, I have it on good authority that Clive is telling the truth.
Whose authority?
By your own, of course. You've always been a terrible liar.
Is that true?
It's not untrue.
Let's say no more about it, eh? It wouldn't do to linger on my nephew's greatest failing. The one thing I cannot believe, though, is all this about you being Sid. You were all... But now you're quite the outlaw. Which, if I'm not mistaken, would make me an outlaw's uncle. Right then, who shall we pillage first? Rutherford, fetch me my cutlass. This will be fun.
Over there. Go on.
She's a fine ship, isn't she? Once outfitted, she'll bear us across the boiling sea to Drustinus in the space of 3 days. Something on your mind?
Monsters. When I served the Iron Kingdom, I did so because I saw no other choice. Because once they learned that the lash would not move me, they turned it on those who could. And so I became their puppet. I let them pull my strings, telling myself it was not my hand that swung the sword, but another's. I removed myself from the truth so I wouldn't feel the pain it caused. And before I knew it, I no longer felt anything. Anything at all. I had become a monster.
Jill.
I don't want to be a monster, Clive. Do you understand? I want to choose a different path, a better path. To live on my own terms. But before I can do that, I need to come to terms with my past.
And when you do, I'll be standing there with you, just as you stood with me.
Thank you, Clive. I must atone for my sins. Only then, when it's done, will the monster cease to be.
Just promise me that you won't die with it. Now, let's get some sleep. The journey back to Benamir is long, and there is much to tell the others.